Creation is an expression of love and, in my humble opinion, is not a selfish act. Creation is about setting the things you've created free to live their lives and one day, if inspired, make their own creations. Why make this statement in the beginning of my video today, this evening? Because in the subreddits, I have seen posts regarding the creation of your own reality, specifically in the shifting communities. And I must tell you that I don't agree completely with what appears to be the motivation. By the way, you can 100% disagree with me. I'm perfectly fine with that. Over the years, I've come to the conclusion, based on my experiences out there, specifically experiences involving unconditional love from what I believe is the source. And I don't believe that the source created all this for power or their own selfish desires. Of course, being part of the source, our own selfish desires. We created all of this, I believe, out of pure unconditional love. So, for those of you who are in the shifting community, I want you to think about this when you think about your desired reality. Giving those beings that you create freedom, because to me, that's what creation is all about. Just give it some thought. I noticed that I reached 4,000 subscribers. Why, thank you, all of you. I truly appreciate you choosing to spend the time here listening. I know that regarding YouTube, 4,000 subscribers does not comparatively appear to be a lot, but I am grateful for each and every one of you, all 4,000 of you, because, I didn't reach out. I didn't, really push or promote my channel. And yet now there are 4,000 subscribers. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, let's talk about a couple of the subjects that I wanted to talk about, other than the whole thing with creation that just kind of popped into my head. Let's talk about trusting yourself. Now, this is definitely something I have talked about before, but I'm going to continue to emphasize it, continue to talk about it, because I continue to think that it's a very important thing. I saw a post in the subreddit regarding the void. Someone was explaining their experience of the void to the person who posted, and another person commented that this person providing the explanation never experienced the void. I guess, due to the description that this person gave. Now, the more I see this, the more it bothers me. I'm uncertain if this person who commented was impacted by this, but I'm so tired of people telling other people that they didn't have an experience. By the way, these are complete strangers and weren't inside of the head of the person who had the experience. So how the heck do they know? It appears that the reason they believe it wasn't an experience, the people who say, no, that was not an experience of the void, was because they read it on the subreddit. They read it somewhere else. Not because they may have had their own experience, but at least that's my belief. Perhaps there have been people that have had experiences, that have been different. But I believe most of the folks that comment on these things in the way that they do have read it on the subreddit or somewhere else. And so they're like, oh, this doesn't agree with what I've read. Look, we are unique beings with different experiences in this world. It is possible, or is it possible that this is why we might experience the void differently? Have faith in yourself. faith in your instincts, regardless of what anyone tells you, including myself. Now, something fun to share, and I don't usually share my lucid dreams here, but I recently had a lucid dream that I was Miles Morales in the Spider-Verse. I must tell you that I don't lucid dream as much as I used to when I was young, when I was a child, but I still have them, and this one was really cool. I didn't save anyone during this lucid dream. I was just spinning webs and swinging through a city. What I remember most about it was the feeling of my stomach. It literally felt like I was on a roller coaster. Also, the webs that came out of my wrist were super thin, so I could barely see them. Lucid dreaming is a very important part of the web. I'm not talking about the webs that I was spinning in the lucid dream, but this web that, for those of you who didn't hear previous episodes, I believe that astral projection, shifting, and lucid dreaming are all part of the same web and are all connected. Each one is unique and each one is very, very important. So think about that. Also, my second channel called Storyville, where I share stories that I have created, is up and live. I have 3 episodes of Monsters that's up so far, and I am working on my other series that I'm going to call The Chronicles of Detective Bender. I kind of went into the description of what this show is about, but for those of you who didn't hear it, this show is about a detective that travels from one reality to the next, solving murders. It's a pretty cool thing, and I look forward to you listening to it and hearing what you guys think. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me, and until next time, take care.